What is up, everybody? It is your favorite crew. The Command Time crew is back with another episode. Yes, this is draft month. So, what better way to start off this month with all three separate mock drafts by your favorite crew? So, buckle up. It's time for the draft, and we're getting very, very ready for this season. So, buckle up. It's your favorite crew once again, Kayla, DT, and Caleb. Here we go. New intro.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, we ready right now. It's about time. I know it's about time. It's about time.
What is up, everybody? It is your favorite and your favorite crew, the Command Time Podcast, presented by the Fans First Sports Network, live on YouTube and on Twitter. No, we've been out for a couple of days, but had to get some housewarming things taken care of, things like that, and responsibilities. But we are back. It is perfect timing for the NFL draft. Is a couple of weeks away. Washington has made a couple of moves along the way, small minor moves to still fill up the roster for the 2025 season. Kayla and Caleb, what's up with y'all?
20 days before the draft, ready to get into some things. The off-season program begins, I believe, on the 21st for us. We've added a few pieces on the defensive line this off-season. We've added Debo. We've shored up our offensive line. We've added a few pieces to the secondary. Things are looking good headed towards the draft. We basically best player available. We can go up, we can go down.
Yeah, I think our GM, I think Adam Peters set this team up in the best position. He set him up in a good position too. I think in free agency, he raised the floor on certain position groups, like the defensive line group, the corner group. He actually, I think he improved. Can it be better? Yes, but he improved that position. He brought back key guys like Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, and um, made a splash in getting Laramie Tunsil, which is my favorite. That's my favorite move of the year so far. When you get a bodyguard for your for your quarterback. So Adam Peters has improved the team. What his beliefs were is what he's standing by. You know, you supplement through free agency and you build through the draft. So, he wanted an elite left tackle. And to get an elite left tackle, you got to, one, trade for one, because they don't hit free agency that much. You got to find a hidden gem in the middle round and late rounds, or you just got to be bad enough to get a left tackle, because the premier left tackles get picked top 10 in NFL drafts. So he gave up picks to get one of the best left tackles in the league, and I'm content with that. So the defensive line got bigger as a unit too. Everybody's bigger, so they don't get bullied in the run game anymore as much as they did this past year.
You got a guy can set the edge. You got like a little bit of size. That's the one problem we had last year was we couldn't stop a nosebleed in the run game. So when a GM goes out to fix that hole, and then it's, people still think it's a problem. We wanted to fix the run game. That was a problem last season. We've gotten better on that side. We do have players who do need to elevate their games. Like this season, I do want to see Payne go back to that 2022 Payne. Because I have seen a few games he plays a little bit better with Allen not beside him. But the year he has this is the year he has to be that leader on the field. I want to take advantage of that whole defensive line because he's been around the longest out of pretty much all of them on that line. You got a Newton who's putting his whole off season on the field. Last season he had a few injuries, but I do think he takes the next step. Kinlaw, he's had ties with this regime. They know what he can be, his size as well. There's a few guys. Wise can set the edge. When you add another guy then later in the draft if they do acquire more picks. So I do see think their defensive line has improved. And there's also Armstrong. If he stays healthy, he could be effective on that line as well. It's about versatility.
Yeah, most definitely. Definitely have liked some of the moves they have made. I know some people have obviously made complaints about how, the offseason vision doesn't match with Adam Peters and the way he assembles and build a roster. Everybody thought we were going to splurge money on multiple positions, thinking it was going to be able to steal guys from other teams and stuff like that. But I think a lot of people did not take into account that the salary cap, once the salary cap went up, a lot of these teams that looked like they weren't able to pay their guys, they were had the ability to retain some of their homebred guys, such as Avante Stanley from the Baltimore Ravens, just to name a few. Um, they're able to bring back some of the guys from the runner-up season last year, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, those solid veterans that could contribute to the team once again. Now, I know a lot of questions still piercing out about who's going to be the number one edge guy and looking into this draft, but also maybe another weapon or running back in the backfield for Jaden Daniels. But a lot of the stuff will be solved once we hit to the NFL draft and to see what Adam Peter do in year 2. But that being said, though, we've seen this roster so far. We've seen some of the moves they have made. They're still going to continue to fill the roster. Name me, guys, your top 3 positions you guys are looking at in this draft that Washington needs to address. Let's start with you,
Edge,
Kayla.
edge, running back. Uh, I would say guard. Edge, running back, guard.
Edge, corner. Uh, uh, mm, I'm gonna take the cornerback. I'm gonna say edge. Oof. I say yeah. You know what? I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna say edge, corner, and I'm gonna say a running back too. Um, I was tempted to say kicker, but
I mean,
uh,
that's not a wrong answer whatsoever. Not a wrong answer whatsoever. So I'm obviously, I think everybody knows edge is going to be the one target position that everybody's going to be screaming for on draft night. Um, to me, the other position is corner, based on the depth and still trying to add a young guy to the room. A guy who could play outside and probably inside as well. We kind of see what they're trying to do with getting a Jonathan Jones and having Mikey come back and Noah. All 3 of those guys can play inside and out in this defense. So I still think they're going to try to add a corner to this roster as well. I think the other position that we need to start talking about a little bit more will be safety. I know we did sign Will Harris. I like the Will Harris signing. I like his skill set, but I don't think that is a big time signing where it's like, okay, we're set at that position. Looking at the safety room, you have Quan Martin, you have Jeremy Reeves, Tyler Owens, Percy Butler, and Will Harris. I still think they need to add a safety to that room that is probably has some starting ability or can contribute to 3-man rotation they want to have on the defense. So those are the top 3 names that I see for the team. I know y'all said running back. Running back is definitely a need, but I think this running back class is so deep at the position. Like it could be a guy that we probably don't like, and he could contribute and be way better than what Brian Robinson has done last year based on
Like a
running outside.
Hardy, like a Mark.
Yeah, most definitely. And then another position too is this is funny. Another position too is wide receiver. Obviously, we know even when you get a rookie quarterback in year 2, you want to add more weapons. We see clearly they brought back majority of the guys from last year. They did lose De'Ami Brown. They did lose Olave Zaccheaus. You bring back Noah Brown. Um you bring back KJ Osborne, who signed late last year. You traded for Debo. Obviously, that was one of the big moves this offseason. Luke McCaffrey is the holdover, and you bring in veteran Michael Gallup, who came from retirement last year, a former Dallas Cowboy. Um, that's going to be, to me, this is where we get into the conversation when we do our drafts about best player available. The wide receiver room still could use another guy to complement Terry McLaurin. Debo
He was
Samuels
a
is,
weapon, more of a weapon than a wide receiver too. To me.
yes. Debo's gonna be more of the weapon. You still need a wide receiver too, and there's nothing wrong with Noah Brown, what he did last year, filling in. But when you look at what they did last year, it was a combination of guys filling out that wide receiver 2 role, but Noah Brown was the guy who was leading the way 75% of the season until injury.
And then to look into the division as well, look at the wide receiver duos. Like with Dallas, we know they're going to end up drafting a wide receiver two in the draft, probably early on, to pair with CD. The Giants, they're probably going to end up with Travis Hunter, who they will probably use for a wide receiver to pair with Brian Thomas. Eagles, you already know they got an AJ and a Devontae. Like we have to get a young guy to add to this wide receiver room with some upside who can play like day one.
Yeah, I do agree with that. There's a lot of guys on the team that are 1 year rentals, but I think Adam Peters is going to continue to do that and just try to build through the draft and get just get good players. He'll make a splash every now and then for sure, but you do want to add to this receiving room for sure.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. Now the other question I do have for y'all, um, before we get started, because I know that's what everybody's looking for, is the best player BPA versus need argument. How do y'all feel about that when it comes to this team? Because obviously we're picking at 29, which a lot of people will say, and I actually agree with this. This is more of a second round pick, to be very fair with you. This is more of a second round pick, but it just has the benefit of giving teams still the fifth year option for a lot of players. Um, we're picking at 29, and we know obviously our biggest need is the one that we're all trying to see how do they address that. But you're going to have a lot of good football players still falling at 29. And me and Radar, shout out to Radar on the Commanders Draft Pod with us. The biggest thing we have said, like, I just think it's going to be a run on edge rushers because that is a premium position. And I think there was a stat today on NFL Fox that edge is the second most drafted position when it comes to the first round. And the first one, obviously, is quarterback. So we know that it is, you got to have a guy at quarterback, and then you have a guy to get to the guy at quarterback.
And it's a few edges, early edges that we know teams that are going to need. There's definitely some teams ahead of us that need edges as well. Like Atlanta needs the edge, and Carolina may need the edge. So some teams that need pass rushers ahead of us as well.
Yeah, I mean that's true. The good thing about this class though is that it's very deep at edge rusher. So even if you don't get a guy in the first round, in the second round, you can get a guy.
Like the guy, I think Ola Joppa, I think his
Femi
name is
Oladejo
Oladeo. You can get
from
him.
UCLA.
Brandon
Yeah,
Johnson. You can get a Williams, Tyreek Williams. There's guys available that you can get in the second round.
Yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get started, man. Let's go ahead and get started. We are about to go ahead and do our round one mocks. Hold on. What is this? Yes, I do allow. Just give me a second. No, it's definitely tweaking after that. All right, there we go. All right. So who is gonna go first?
Don't matter to me.
I think I can go first. I'll go first.
You're going first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
All right. So people, this will be Kayla Powell's mock draft 1.0. And before we get started, I want to ask you this, Kayla. Are you considering staying and taking BPA, or are you considering trading out?
I want to trade out.
Okay. So, all right. So, we're going to go ahead and get started on the draft. So, you need to let me know. Um, are you trying to trade the pick when you're at 29, or are you trying to trade way before you get to your pick?
Okay. I'm gonna do what
Oh,
I'm at 29.
okay. All right. So, let's go ahead and get started.
By the way, Ovi tied Wayne Gretzky's record. He needs
He
one
did?
more. He
Let's
tied.
go.
He needs. He
Let's
needs.
go.
He needs one more to break it.
All right,
Hold
Kayla.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Before you go be trade, let's see what edges are available.
All right, so this is who we got available right now. Luther Burden is the top wide receiver. Kevin Banks is the top offensive lineman. Top tight end, Coastal Leveland, Greg Zabel, Derek Harmon, Nick Scorton. Okay. These are
That
all
are
the guys.
available.
You said what?
You check the edges that are available.
I'm checking it right now.
Running backs.
You said running back?
That's available. Yeah, trade one.
Okay. So what positions are you looking at 29?
Running back, edge, or trade back.
A running back or trade back? So the first thing we're going to do is look at running back.
I said running
And
back, edge, or trade back.
running back or edge or trade back. Okay.
My running back's not there, so go to edge.
So your top edge will be Nick Skirton from Texas A&M. After that,
Ah,
Landon Jackson, and a pretty big gap after that. You have
give
four
me,
trades.
give me. Oh, let me see the trades. What are the trade offers?
All right, let's go ahead and go to the trade
Nick
offers.
and Burt are available. Those are the two that I'm looking
Okay,
at.
so the four teams that are trying to trade up, you have Philadelphia, you have the Jaguars, you have the Jets, and you have the Saints. I mean Seahawks, actually.
Let me go. Let me trade with Philly.
Trade with Philly. Definitely nasty work. All right, so Philly has obviously pick 32, 64, which is a second round pick, 3 picks after 61. You have 96, which is a third round pick, 134, 161, 164, and 165 for, I believe this is a Jahan Dotson pick right here.
Yeah, let me get. Let me see. 32 and 96 for 29. 205.
So we got the shout out to CeeLo Coppin in. Okay, so right now we have pick 32 and 96 for 29 and 205.
Yeah, let's see.
All right. Gonna offer the trade. And they did accept it. So now you went from basically Still kind of got the same picks though. Okay, so let's see what Philly do right here. They take Nick Skirton, Greg
Of
Zabel,
course.
and
You
Derek
would do that.
Harmon.
Okay, let me
Um,
get Luther then at 32.
okay,
Jaden
so
wants Luther wants Jaden. Get him his wide receiver too. Um,
okay, so with the 32nd pick after a trade, Kayla has selected Luther Burden third as a Washington Commander. So really don't have no problem with that. I mean, I think the only concern I have with Luther
let me
Burden
get my
is
edge right here. Let's see what edges are available.
okay. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the edges. So right now it's kind of looking thin. You have Jordan Birch, your top edge rusher. He plays multiple spots on the D line. You have Elijah
Let me
Roberts.
get Oladapo. Um, Ola,
Yeah.
let's
This is your mock, Kayla. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is
uh,
your mock.
It's your mock.
the hold on. Uh,
No, no, no. Don't ever think it. It's your mock.
okay, go ahead and give me
It,
UCLA
it's
Oladapo.
it's it's your mock. Go ahead.
All right, with pick 61, Kayla has selected
It's a
Oladejo,
terrible mock. I'm doing terrible, but
No,
okay.
it's your mock.
edge rusher out of UCLA.
Give me my running back next. Running back.
All right, your top running back I already see is RJ Harvey and DJ Giddens. You have Devin Neal at 96, Damian Martinez,
Let me get
Jaden.
Jadon Blue.
All right, at pick 96,
No, 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 no,
do you want
no,
me to
no.
scroll down?
No, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up, go up. Martinez got good vision, but he don't do too much. Let me go Harvey. Let me go RJ Harvey.
That's your final pick?
Yes.
All right, at pick 96, Kayla has selected RJ Harvey out of Central Florida.
Okay, let's see what safeties are available here.
And after this, you have one more pick, Kayla.
Oh, okay. With safety,
All right, we're going to go ahead and check out a safety spot. Billy Bowman is the top safety left.
corner, go to corner.
Well, not the top safety left, but one of the top safeties remaining. All right, you have Zy Alexander, you have Elijah Huzzle, Quincy Riley.
It's Huzzy, but yeah. Uh, I don't like Bert. Let me get Huzzy.
All right, with picks 128, Kayla has selected Elijah Huzzy.
And then let me get my kicker for the last pick.
Yeah, yeah. Mm.
A lot of picks, all the way to 245. Good gracious, yo.
Hey
Dog.
man, that's a lot of we got that's a
So,
lot of waiting.
all right, your and you said you were looking at kicker.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep, give me Fitzgerald. Yep, Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald.
All right. With your
Hmm.
last pick of your mock, you have selected Ryan Fitzgerald, kicker out of Florida State. All right. Shout out to Kayla. Good job.
That was terrible. That was absolutely terrible.
Why you think it was terrible?
Because I should have picked Nick. I should have went with my head and picked Nick first, and then said forget that Philly trade, and then I still could have got my receiver. But that's why. So I thought at least a Landon would have been available or something like that for
No,
my
scroll
edge.
scroll down, DT.
Yeah, let's go there. So
I'm just curious. Oh,
Yeah, that's terrible.
yeah, um,
That's terrible. That
hey
is
man.
terrible. That is
now
terrible.
look, now this is your mock. So I mean, we're not
No.
absolutely like tripping, but we can't, provide feedback for each other how we, just feel about certain spots.
This
I
is
mean,
terrible. This is just a test mark. This is terrible. Yeah.
this is mock 1.0.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Um, just me personally, I get trading back, but if I was to trade back, I would probably have taken an edge rusher, honestly, instead
They
of
were
taking.
gone. They were
No,
gone.
no, no, they weren't, Kayla. No, no, they weren't. No,
They wasn't gone. I mean,
no, 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 no. They weren't.
Okay.
They weren't gone. They weren't gone. But I mean the Luther. Listen, Jaden with Luther, stupid crazy. Um, Oladejo, like he's rising up the boards like he's 21. The kid is 21. He's
hmm
raw at that position, play linebacker. He has long arms. Look at his tape. He penetrates when it comes to the run game. Like he penetrates the offensive line. As a
Yeah.
pass rusher, he needs to get a little bit better. I think he has like the lowest pass rush win rate out of all of these edges this year. But I mean,
hmm
he's young, like, and in the Senior Bowl practice, you could see him play, and he got better and better at it after every practice. So, um, I like his who he is as a player. He's that prototypical size not Dan Quinn, uh, our GM wants, Adam Peters wants.
Yeah.
RJ Harvey, good running back, really
Yeah. I
good
like
running.
the Harvey pick.
Yeah, I like the Harvey pick. I'm not too familiar with Huzzy. I'm not too familiar. The Ryan Fitzgerald, that's a good pick. You get a kicker.
Yeah, I just don't like that second round pick. Like, I got
This is what you pick, Kayla. But I mean, I think he's. I don't think he's going first round, but I think he's.
Yeah. Mm.
I think he has that ability to go into the third round. I think somebody's going to say, this guy's 21. I don't even know how tall this kid is, but I know he's 250 something.
I just like that he's good in the run game. That's what I liked about him. That's against the run. But I know he's younger, but he can still develop. But yeah,
Yeah. For him, I just think right. I'm not saying we should have drafted him. I like the kid, but right now we don't have a number
edge
one guy.
that can get to the quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, and then if you're drafting him to be the number one guy to get to the quarterback, that's going
Oh
to take
no.
some time. And
He's
Yeah.
that,
he's 6'3", 250. 21. I think he's 21 years old. He has. Yeah, I like DJ Giddens too. Hey, Radar, damn man, you gotta. All right, bro. But I mean, save this mock,
yeah,
DT.
I already said it. I'm gonna post him on Twitter.
Yeah. It's okay, Kayla.
Just put 1.0.
It's
Just make sure you put
it's the
1.0 beside
1.0
it.
mock. It's okay. You shouldn't trip about it. We're gonna have picks that's questionable.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Who's next?
I'll go.
All right. Caleb, you are up next. I'm gonna slow it down for you so that way you can see. You know what I'm saying? All right, and here we go. This will be Caleb's mock. Seeing a couple of differences already. All right, so this one about to get juicy.
Yeah.
This about to
See,
get
this is
juicy.
what I want to see.
This is what you wanted. I get it. I understand. So let's see what Caleb do in this situation. So right now, you have two trades incoming. We'll peep that later. But right now,
Oh my
your big
goodness.
board is you have James Pierce Jr. and you have Amorion Hampton as top two players so far in the top 25, I would say, with Coastal Lovely rounding that out.
So if I was to stay and pick here, it'll be between Omari Hampton and James Pierce. Uh, James Pierce, I think he's second or third best edge rusher in this class. But the thing is, they had a deep rotation at Tennessee, so the production that he had, is he an every down defensive lineman? I think if you want to make those questions about him, Omarion Hampton. Listen, you have Janet and Omarion Hampton in the backfield, and you got Debo in there. Oh, B Rob is gone, by the way. If you draft Omarion Hampton, he's gone. Um, but the only question is, do you feel like you can get? I'm not going to say as good as a back as Omarion Hampton because he's the second best. He's the second best back in the class. My thing is, this running back class is so deep. Can
Yeah.
I get um, more value if I trade back? Is Amarian Hampton worth me not trading back? Is he that special? I think he's a special player. Um, I'm gonna trade back here.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
All right.
go.
So let's look at
I'm
the two trades. You have Tennessee and you have Seattle at pick 50.
go to the Colts.
All right. Let's see where they're at. Where are the Colts? Colts are all the way at 45. All right, the Colts have picked 45, 80, 117, 151, 189, 232, and then they have their 2026 and 2027 mocks. So, Caleb, what are you about to do right
It's
here?
gonna sound nasty. They not giving up 45 and 80 for that. I mean, I think that's a good trade though. They're second and their third to move up into the first round. So I'm in the middle of the draft. I'm in the meat and potatoes of the draft, and then I still have 128. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do that. Let's see if that can work. 45 and 80, and
45.
I'm gonna give up 205.
Somebody gonna take that 205.
It currently says they are not interested.
Okay, so let's offer it. Let's
Offer the trade,
let's offer it and
and they
accept.
did accept.
So resume the draft.
All right, let's see who they would take. Oh, they take James Pierce. Okay. Marion Hampton goes to the Cleveland Browns.
And I'm in the middle of the second round too. Like it's not. See, I got some
Ooh.
good players on the board. So Demetrius Knight is there. Xavier Watts is there. Trey Amos is there. Maxwell Harrison is
The Watts is
there.
a playmaking safety.
Go to edge. I'm just curious.
Some
All right,
interception.
we're gonna go ahead and look at the edge group that is currently available. You have Princely, Monte, JT Tuamoloau, Jack Sawyer, Jarrett Ivy, Kyle Kennard, Josiah Stewart.
See, none of those guys were even available.
No, they were there, Kayla. You just didn't pay attention. Love you, Kayla. You gotta pay attention, sis. They were there.
Like I
They were
like
there, love.
Princely,
They
I
were
So
like
there.
JT, I like Cal a
so
little
I
bit.
mean, you got a pretty still solid edge group.
That's what I'm saying. And I can go to receiver real quick.
All right, let's go to receiver. All right, wide receivers. You have Jaden Higgins,
Xavier
Xavier
Restrepo.
Restrepo. Those are the two top, and then you have Trey Harris all the way at 81 ranked, and
Trey.
Jalen Noel.
Um so clear that real quick.
All right.
Scroll down on those best player available.
The best player available is Demetrius Knight, Xavier Watts, Trey Amos, Maxwell Harrison, Siobhan
Savon
Revel,
Savon Revel there.
Princely, Jaden Higgins, Cam Scotabo, JT Tuamala, Carson Schweitzer, Quinshawn Junkins, Xavier Restrepo, Shamar Stewart, Jack Sawyer, Elijah Rojo, Darian Porter. So you definitely have a good
I like
surplus of
Porter.
players
Oh,
here.
yeah.
So my dilemma. I'm picking defense here. By the way, it'll be between Maxwell and Trey Amos. Xavier Watts would be nice here. Ooh.
Need a guy who can get some interceptions in the
But
backfield.
I'm also thinking about the 1 year deals we have on. Um, well, Marshawn Lattimore on his last year of his deal, correct?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Then you got what's his name? Then you got the kid from the Patriots.
Jonathan Jones.
You got Jonathan Jones. Then you still got Mikey. They brought back Noah too on a 1 year deal. So you got guys that are on 1 year deals.
Yes, you do.
So I'm picking a corner here. It's between Trey Amos. Hold on. Hold on.
You want me to pull corners?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna just
If
I'm gonna do
if
just
he
corners.
if he's there, scroll
Your
down.
top corners are
Porter? No.
oh my god, this is
Morrison. Harrison, Ravel, Amos.
this is a nice list of corners right here.
Okay, so when you look at who we have at the corner position, these are guys that are they're physical. They're not afraid to play the run game. So out of these guys who aren't afraid to stick their nose in and defend the run and or hit people. I mean Maxwell, he got a lot of speed, bro. I mean he's 5'10", but it's not all about speed either. But he listen, and Trey Amos got the physical ability. Darian
Porter got the
Porter,
size. They all bring
Dar-
something different.
Darian Porter got the speed and the size, but can he play the run? Can he be physical? Does he provide that commander tag that Dan Quinn likes? I think Benjamin Morrison provides that too, as well.
So
Um,
this is good because last Sunday, Commander Draft show, we talked about corners. Um, so Maxwell Harrison, talented player, got the speed, but I see a lot of Trayvon Diggs in this game,
mm. Do you think that?
and
Do you think
when
that's what they want, or
it could be what they want, but we also need a guy that can when you're in the East and you have a Malik Neighbors, you have a CD Lamb, a AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, and potentially if the Giants are smart enough, they take a Travis Hunter and have him play some wide receiver. You're going to need someone to rough some of these guys up. And I look at the top three guys up here. Trey Amos that has the ability to play on the island. Siobhan Revel, he fits everything like a DQ corner, like from the days of Seattle. And Benjamin Morris, we know if it wasn't for the injury, he's a
a
first round
dog.
pick. He's a
Yeah,
first
he a
round pick,
dog. And Rebel if it wasn't for his injury as
yeah.
well.
And just a little hint, one of these players, father was a former Redskin. Can you guys tell me who?
Who's
Say
that?
Porter.
Benjamin Moore's father was a former Redskin.
Um, bro, it's so many things. I like all these corners. I think all these corners have the ability to play in coverage. I think my I
I
think
feel like you can't go wrong.
no. I know who I want. And this is the difference to me. And I said this earlier. All of our corners, they're physical. When it comes to the run, when running backs run on the outside, they're not afraid to make tackles. Mikey isn't afraid. Marshawn Lattimore isn't afraid. Jonathan Jones isn't afraid
Right.
either.
Hmm.
Noah, average, probably below average. But all your three starting corners, they're able to be they're willing to tackle. And I need a corner that's willing to tackle to match up with that room. So give me Savon Revel.
Okay.
Give me Savon Revel.
So Caleb's first pick after trading out in the first round with the Colts, he gets 45 and 80. He takes Siobhan Revel to be the next Washington Commander. I think this is a good value pick right here, man. All right, you're about to pick next at 61, and let's see who you got left on the board. Top players are Demetrius Knight, Quinshawn Junkins, Shamar Stewart, Turner, Jack Sawyer, Elijah Rojo, Omar Norman Lott, Dylan Sampson, Benjamin Moore still on the board, Josiah Stewart, and Travion Henderson, CJ Watt. It's still some guys up here. You got two trade offers.
Travion still available?
Kayla, Kayla, you did your mock. Let me do mine. Okay,
Yeah.
go to the edge.
All right, Edge Rush Group. Let's go ahead and check that out. Jack Sawyer leads, and you have Josiah Stewart and Brandon Birch.
Hey, I just want to point something out. David Walker, do you know his size? He's like 6 foot even. Do you know that?
Yeah, I saw him at the
Yes.
I don't I don't
combine.
I don't I don't. Well, I ain't picking him. I don't need no 6 foot guy. Josiah Stewart is really intriguing here. He's not talked about enough in this edge class a lot. Scroll up a little bit. The Capitals won, by the way, 5-3. Um, Jack Sawyer, I think he's cool. He don't stand out to
I
me.
think he's overrated.
Um,
Not even rated, but like I don't
Throw it
know.
down a little bit.
I think he'll be a bust.
Is Jaden Ivey gone? Yeah, Jaden Ivey's gone. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Jared Ivey, yeah, he's gone. Go to mm, go to receiver.
All right, wide receivers that are on the board. Trey Harris, Jalen Noel, Jalen Royal, Savion Williams, Tez Johnson, Isaiah Mon.
Mm.
Trey Harris.
Josiah Stewart's only 21. Josiah Stewart is really good. The only other thing is, Adam Peters wants an edge that's 6'3". He's tall. I think Josiah Stewart's like 6'1", so he's a little
Yeah.
undersized. So in the run game, he may be a liability. Um, Scroll down a little bit on the receivers.
All right. After Vaughn, you have Torrey Holton, Pat Bryant, Kobe Hudson, Kyle Williams, Isaac Tesla, Nick Nash, Jalen Lane, Ty Felton, Antoine Wells, Dante Thornton. And gets a little bleak
Yeah.
after that.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Trey Harris here.
All right, pick 61.
Hey, they took Jared Ivey right before my pick.
Uh,
Yo, they put man, that was going. That's all right. Trey Harris, go ahead.
Trey Harris has been selected as a Washington Commanders in Kayla's mock. We are now heading to pick 80. This was a pick he had from the Colts from the first round trade. Now, it's still looking like to me you're still trying to find an edge rusher, but right now, top available players we have Chris Paul Jr., Marcus Imbo, Terrence Ferguson, Joshua Foreman, defensive lineman, Jordan Phillips, defensive lineman, Elijah Roberts, edge rusher out of SMU, Jared Wilson.
I need an edge, bro. Um, I love DJ Giddens. I like Tate Routledge is there. Andrew Makuba's there. Charles Grant is there. Damian Martinez, Sebastian Castro. Go to man, these edges. Go to go to
Is Holland Pierce still available?
Kayla, this is my mock.
Edge rushers, we're back again. We have Elijah Roberts, David Walker, Kayvon Rucker, Ulu Adejo, Ashton Gillett, Quandarius Robertson, Brandon Soil, Amin Hassan, Antoine Powell, Ryland, Savion Jones, Tyler Batty.
Hear me out. I'm gonna trade back again.
Okay, so look like you have one trade offer, and that will be Detroit. Do you want to trade back with them, or you want to look at the other options?
Go to Cleveland.
Cleveland is at pick 94.
So give me 94, and I'll give them and then let me get their let me get
179.
yeah 179. Let me offer that. They'll accept that.
And that's the final trade.
Yes.
All right. Offer trade, and you do move back to pick 94. All right. We're back at pick 94 before we hit to the fourth round. Top available players: Terrence Ferguson, DJ Giddens, Savion Williams, Lathan Ransom, Andrew Vacuba, Devin Neal, Charles Grant, Anthony Belton, Damian Martinez, Sebastian Castro, Harold Fanning Jr., Ted
Deion
Johnson.
Walker's still here. Deion Walker's still here.
Yes, he is.
But we don't need a Deion Walker though. We just got. See, okay. Kayla, take notes, sis. I love you. This is where you pick Oladejo. This is where you pick him. He's not the guy that I want. Pick Oladejo. But then you got Quandarius Robinson too. Oh, and that's another guy who slept on too. Quandarius.
I'm gonna go with Quandarius. Party.
I'm gonna go Quandarius.
Quandarius Robinson has been picked at 94.
We need a running back right here.
Kayla.
Yo. I am dead, bro.
All
right. So here's what's
available. Yeah, go to running back. It's simple.
Best available running backs you have: Tutton from Virginia Tech, Brashad Smith, Ja'Cory Crosby Merritt, Jacquez Hunter, Khalil Mullins, Trevor Etienne, Kyle, and yeah, you guys got some running backs.
I like Tootin a lot.
I do like Tootin.
Is
there any other position you would look at outside of running back?
Let me look at tackle or guard. But look at both. Look at
All
both.
right, we're gonna go. It's best available tackles. You have Jalen Rivers, Brandon Bradshaw Dixon, Willie Lampkin, Chase Lunt, Elijah Cornelius, Luke Kendra, Seth McLaughlin, Connor Colby, Tyler Cooper, Logan Brown, Joa Naeem, Emory Jones Jr.
Hmm. Um, I'm gonna go back to the running backs.
Okay, we're going to running backs.
I really like Tootin, and I know you mentioned him a lot, DT. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you mentioned Todd Brooks a lot too, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken. He ran every game this past season. He had over 100 rushing yards, and but he also faced the third most light boxes in college football too.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he also faced more heavy boxes than Tootin. I
Yes.
mean, it doesn't really. I mean, it matters to me, but it doesn't matter because you're not going to be able to. When I got Trey Harris and I got Terry, um, yeah, I want to add another receiver to the room, some speed, but
Kyle Williams, is Kyle Williams still available?
Kayla, um, let me go with no, let me go with Tootin. I'm gonna go with Tootin.
All right, pick 128. Caleb has selected Russell Tuden, running back out of Virginia Tech. And yes, you guys can hear my nephew is crying in the background. I don't know what he's crying about today. All right, you have two more picks, 179 and 245.
Ah, Billy Bowman gone. Billy Bowman gone. Billy Bowman gone.
Is Lampkin still available?
All right, we are at pick 179. Best available. You have Jackson, Upton Stout, Kyle, Mohagai.
I'm gonna add some offensive lineman depth. Go to tackle. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a swing tackle.
Oh, my fault. That's interior.
Give me Emory Jones.
All right, pick 179. Emory Jones selected out of LSU.
Then the final pick. Your boy Ty Fulton gone, Kayla.
Where's he from?
Um,
One of these kickers better be available.
she ruined my mock, man.
I'm sorry.
And I am picking a kicker here, DT, and I'm picking the kicker from Miami.
All right, with your last pick, you have selected
Andreas
Andre
Borregales. Yeah, Borregales.
Gonzalez, kicker out of Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Just waiting for it to load.
But it better not mess up my.
Yeah, this is gonna take forever, bro. All right,
There it
here
is.
we go. All right, so here's the overview of the draft.
Dang, they gave me a
Um,
D for that. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and they said you probably would have selected Demetrius. Nah, I don't see it. I actually like this. This is a good
This
draft.
is a good draft.
Both good drafts.
Yeah.
Do not lie.
All right, let me download that. It's gonna be a fun timeline tomorrow. All right.
Your turn, DT.
Yes, it is my turn. And then we're gonna wrap it up for tonight. Oh wait, hang on. I need to make. Oh, my fault. I had to make sure it was all. I did that because I wasn't sure it was all 7 box. That's why. Oh God. Oh God. I just wanted to make sure it was all 7 box. I felt like I didn't click the all 7 thing. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, it definitely wasn't there. All right. All right, here we go. Let's slow it down a bit so I can see pics. All right. Here we go. All right. Okay. So we have James Pierce Jr., Walter Nolan, Omarion Hampton, Colston Loveland, Derek Harmon, Nick Scorton. These are the top guys currently on the board. Okay. And two trades the Jets are offering and Cowboys offering. Definitely not trading with the star people.
Star People's crazy.
Yeah, the star people. Yeah.
Who do you have on? Well, this is your mock. I'm gonna let you do what you want.
So first thing I'm gonna look at
How is Walter
is
there?
I know, I know.
That's I ain't gonna lie. If it's not happening. But if Walter Nolan's there, DT, I think
Me personally, I would run the card in. I know people be mad we select another top defensive tackle again, but the interior is what helps you win those type of games, and that's why we can't stop
or
Jalen Carter now.
or if you get an offer you can't refuse from somebody to get Walter Nolan, then you
Yeah,
gotta think about that. But
yeah. So currently, right now, um, James Pierce is the top guy. I'm gonna go ahead and look at wide receiver. Definitely don't like my odds right there. And I know Omarion Hampton is the top running back, but I'm gonna still look at some offensive linemen right here just in case.
ooh,
So
Don Jackson is there.
yeah, he is. But I
Mm.
definitely think I can. I definitely think I can get a certain person at a certain spot. So mm, I feel like 40 is too far for me. The Giants don't have a quarterback of the future, so I'm gonna do them a favor. 34 and 99 for pick 29. We're gonna see what works. Okay, that doesn't work. But nevertheless, I don't think 105 is a bad pick. Pick 34 and 105. Oh yeah, we're cooking right now.
How is he?
Oh yeah, I'm cooking right now. I'm running that. I'm running that card
I'm
in.
trying to stay quiet. It's
Pick him. You
hard.
pick him.
I'm
I
not.
ain't gonna lie, DT. You pick him, bro. If that happens, you pick him, bro. It's not even. Then
All
you
right.
can get your edge here.
Let's see what the edge room looks like. You got Jared Ivy, Kyle Kennard,
Ah, you.
but I want to see another position. All right, so this is a conundrum I'm going to be in.
Oh my goodness.
This is a conundrum I'm going to be in. Let's see what it is. Oh yeah, you guys are absolutely not.
Hey, listen, hey, man, you son of a gun. You son of a gun. This boy got a more in Hampton. He could get Kyle Kennard or Jared Ivey.
How
So
is
Man,
Hampton even still available? Like,
I'm gonna look at corners. There's some guys I like. I'm gonna look at edge rushers one more time. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest here, and I might take a hit. A part of me wants to trade back again because if I could get an extra pick in the sixth or seventh round, let's see who they take. All right, I think it makes it a little bit more easier. I got some assets. Mm. So we got Jared Ivey, Josiah Stewart.
you better pick Jared. Nah,
Ivy.
I'm gonna let you do what you want to do. That boy Jared Ivey
I'm
six
just
foot.
like this though, dog. I feel like every time I see him, it just makes too much sense.
Who, Darian Porter or Benjamin
I'm
Morrison?
taking Benjamin Morrison, bro.
Go ahead.
So far with these mocks we've done so far, like Edge gonna be our biggest need next year.
Yeah,
That's just based off these mocks we've done so far.
Edge right here. David Walker, Ulu, Patrick
Bro,
Kenny.
that David. I gotta look up David Walker, bro.
Wasn't it the one that was running sloppy at the combine? I thought that was one of the South Carolina people wanted to.
And I think for right here, this makes a lot of sense uh, to get Udejo right here. All right, so let me go ahead and look at my picks. Warren Hampton, Benjamin Morris, Udejo. Let's see wide receivers. Let's see safeties. Hmm. Let me see your edge again. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Let's see this. Scroll down, best of player available here. I am going to take Torrey Holton in the fourth round.
I think we met with him too.
I think we did.
I know we met with Cal like 3 times already.
All right. Definitely in the final round right here. Um, got a couple of safeties. I can't. Let me take that off. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and double dip at edge and get me Fadi Diggs. Oh yeah. This is one of the guys I covered on the draft series. I'm gonna take RJ Mickens. All right, so just to go back and look, double dip the edge with two guys. Receiver. And I guess we go ahead and do what everybody else been doing. And that is taking a kicker.
Mm.
Didn't even see the comments, yo. Oh my life. Hey, he's talking about the tweet, Caleb. I might make that the intro next time, yo. All right. All right. So these are my picks.
And
Trade back.
it's a fire drive. I felt well. Listen, I was about to say something. I'm gonna hold my tongue. Uh, Kayla, take notes, sis.
No,
Okay.
I know I did bad. I
They
know
wanted
I've
to take
done
the
way
line.
better drafts. I've done a way better draft.
DT, is there a way you can put all of ours like side by side with each other on here or no?
I have to figure that feature out, but I got them all downloaded. Um,
2.0 gonna be 10 times better. 10 times better.
Yeah, I feel like one, two. Your first four picks are good, and I think the rest of the guys are like rotational pieces or, um, um, except for Andres Borregales. I feel like he can be a weapon for this team. You know, you get
Him
past
him
Saying a
or
kicker is
Ryan.
going to be a weapon is absolutely insane.
it. I mean, it's listen. No, I'm serious.
I
Justin,
know, but it's just like, bro, he's a kicker, bro.
I know, but Justin Tucker, weapon.
You
Uh,
use him first right now.
he's automatic from 50 plus. So like when you get past the 50, you know, we may get stopped. I don't got to worry about my kicker not having enough leg power or accuracy to get it there. Borregales can get it there.
So you don't like Ryan?
I think Ryan's good. I think
He's
Ryan's
from
good.
Florida State, though. Florida State kickers have a history of going wide left.
But Borregales, I gotta look it up. I think there's a stat. I gotta look up his like the last 4 seasons he's played. Like last year, 2023, he kicked six. He had 6 kicks over 50 yards. He made 4 of them. This past year, his longest kick was 56 yards. And then his freshman year, his longest kick was 55 yards.
Hmm.
So the kid got a leg. And then you don't got to worry about, like, he's automatic between 30 and 39. He's probably missed 4 kicks throughout his career. Extra points, he's only missed 1 throughout his whole college career. I like Ryan Fitzgerald too. I like him too.
All right. So we all just did our 1.0 mocks. Each of us had done 3 separate mock drafts, and they will be posted. You guys want me to post it, or y'all gonna post it? Just
No,
talk
yeah, you
about it?
should. I mean,
I'll
you
just
can post it.
I'll
Yeah.
post it. But yeah. So overall, I like what we did. This stuff is fun. Shout out to Kayla for this idea of drafting separately.
It gives a perspective of what it
And I
weeds.
wanted to. It was
It
so
it
hard not to jump in.
it
Y'all
weeds
voice
out.
was
It
way
weeds
better.
out the people who know value, and it weeds out the people who can be patient and not jump the gun. Okay,
Yeah.
you jump the gun a little bit,
No.
but it's okay. It's okay.
Now, when I post this tomorrow, what I'm saying, people comment and stuff. Y'all gonna have to come up and explain reason for the mock draft. So I got my reasons.
I got mine too.
Kayla, automatically, you were like, "All right, get this. Let's go ahead and get a kicker a day. Kick it out of here." But it's all good though, man. This was a good one. I think the next one though, I think we should all combine together and just do a mock
Yeah,
draft.
for sure. For sure, we
Yeah.
can do that. We can do that. We can do that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for y'all tonight. We will, guys, see you next time as we still get ready for the NFL draft. Also, watch us every Sunday as me, Deuce, Kyle, and Radar are on the Commanders Draft Pod to discuss all the latest prospects in all position groups. This Sunday coming up, we will be finally touching the wide receiver group. So definitely don't want y'all to miss that. For that show. But where can people find you guys at?
You can find me on Twitter, KPal0922.
Find me CXLEBJXSTIN. You can follow me there as well.
All right, you guys can follow me at D Cleveland Jr. on Twitter. You guys can follow me DT Sensei on Instagram. Also follow the YouTube channel for the Ins and Out D podcast. Have a couple episodes out already, and I will be doing a tier mock, not tier mock, I'll say a tier of players for the Washington Commanders through each round. So stay tuned for that episode coming out pretty soon. But that's all we got for y'all tonight, man. We'll see you guys next week as we get ready to do a collaborative mock draft. So we all be on the right page. We'll see you guys next week.
All right, y'all.
You say.
Got me feeling so free, free.